I also haven't thrown a temper tantrum or argued about anything. I haven't cared enough. I don't even get excited when good things happen to me or anyone else. Why should I? Good things never last. I spent many years in counseling. My therapist says my emotional detachment is a protective measure I use to shield myself from a trauma I'm not yet able to handle. He isn't wrong either. I choose not to feel. I like my numbness. My dad isn't so enamored of it. Last year, he asked me to give him a genuine smile for his birthday. I faked it, and he sighed. Then he said, "There's no sparkle in your eyes." All kinds of depression in his voice. For a short window of time afterward, he tried telling me jokes to earn a laugh. "Where does a sheep go for a haircut?" "To the barber shop." "How do you make a tissue dance?" "You put a little boogie in it." "What time did the man go to the dentist?" 2:30. Another failure. His depression deepened, and finally he gave up. I don't enjoy hurting him, but I'm not going to change just to please him. My life, my decision. The bell for first period rings, drawing me from my thoughts and signaling the start of a new school day. I've been seated for over 10 minutes. I'm not eager, trust me. I'm just punctual. If you aren't early, you're late. Mr. Parton takes attendance. He smiles sweetly at Mercedes Turner, teacher's pet, and glares daggers at me, teacher's nightmare. When he begins his lecture, comparing triangles, drawing tangents to circles, I hear blah, blah, blah. I've never liked sitting for long periods of time as someone who hates me explains the ins and outs of a subject I'll never actually use in the real world. Go figure. The only classes I find the least bit interesting are creative writing, art, and anatomy. For all others, I spend my time doodling different parts of the skeletal system in a notebook. Today, I've done a femur, metacarpals and phalanges, a radius, and an ulna. Things guaranteed to creep out Mr. Parton if he demands to see what has me so enraptured. A douche move on my part. I kind of suck. Maybe my friend Linda Linny Baker is right.
How do you know someone has spoken to Jade? They're crying.
Linny offered the quip after I made a junior sob for giving her the stink eye. At school, the only people I talk to, besides my friends, are the students who insult my friends. I never shout, only warn, but for some reason my calm tone elicits fear. Apologize now, or I'll cut out your tongue so you're no longer able to speak such ugly words. The thing is, my warnings are not threats, but promises. One day I'll probably end up in jail. Tisk tisk, Jade, touching yourself in class? Charlie Ann Richards says, her voice soft. She's seated next to me. How scandalous. I realize that I stopped drawing in favor of tracing my fingertips over the plethora of scars at the base of my neck, courtesy of the car wreck and my seatbelt. Thanks to shards of glass, more scars decorate my abdomen and legs. Ignoring Charlie Ann, I pick up my pencil and draw a sternum, then a rib cage. Soon I have an entire skeleton on the page, though the bones are scattered like puzzle pieces that need to fit together. As if offended by my lack of concern, Charlie Ann confiscates the paper and mutters, "You're such a freak." I run my tongue over my teeth. I choose not to feel, yes, but I do not like having my things taken from me. However, I remain mute. The moment I speak up, she'll know how to strike at me next time. She learned from a master, after all. Her mentor, Mercedes. According to Linny, Charlie Ann is Mercedes's clone, and together the two are the most popular girls at Hathaway High. I know Mercedes well. Her mom, Nadine, used to date my dad. In fact, Nadine was his first serious girlfriend after my mother died. Dad and Nadine were serious enough to shack up together. Mercedes and I became friends. In elementary school, we were never far from each other's side. Then, right before